Heyo, what is up? We're back with some more Nancy Drew, and this is one of my favorite ones, Nancy Drew, Legend of the Crystal Skull. So this one takes place in Louisiana, and it it's really cool. It has a lot to do with like the culture down there, and um
Here's my center of
like
operations,
I
my
don't know, just
desk.
like
Go ahead
the
and poke
food and
around.
everything like that is
If you want
super
to know the
cool, and
particulars
some
of
of
how
the
I do what I do,
sorry, Nancy's
take a look
talking.
at
Give
the
me
book
just a sec.
titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful, especially if you're.
Okay, sorry. We're gonna do junior because I don't want to look dumb. But oh, it's best to play this game in a dark room. Daytime, draw the shades, turn off all the lights. Well, I can't. I got as many off as I can. But oh yeah, I forgot. It's in this cool house. The architecture in Louisiana is so cool. And that's what I love about Nancy Drew is it kind of like it it is accurate. And they like try to make it accurate to where you're at and like actually put real history and different things like that in it. And so, I don't know. I just really like this one because I like Louisiana in general. I went there once, in New Orleans. I think this is in New Orleans, and it was just really cool, like the old architecture and the buildings and everything. Guess I'll just
Hello?
make my way
Anybody
in.
here? Hi, the door was open.
Are you a bad guy? You seem like a bad guy. Ooh. That's why you don't just walk into random people's houses.
Here, drink this.
What?
No.
What is it?
Something that'll make you feel better. Drink it. Just a couple sips.
All right.
Okay.
I always drink random liquids from old ladies where I passed out in their
That's
houses
it.
that I just
No
walk into.
offense, but yuck.
Don't make her drink any of your weirdo concoctions. Then I really will have to take her to the emergency room.
You just go back to your phone call and leave
Yeah,
us
please
be.
don't take us there
Don't pay him any mind.
to the emergency room.
Where
We don't
am
need
I?
people for drinking
You're at
weird
Henry
things.
Bolet's house, dear, in the library. He and I carried you in here
Henry
after
Bolet?
I found you unconscious in the foyer.
Why is it so dark in here?
The electricity went out. Lightning must have struck a transformer somewhere. What happened? Can you remember?
Well, the front door was open, so I walked in, and then I saw this. Well, I saw a skeleton. And then he saw me. And then the light started flickering, and he threw something at me that exploded. The smoke must have made me pass out.
You saw a skeleton?
I'm sure it was just someone, wearing a costume or something.
No,
I'm
it was a
Nancy Drew,
real
by the way.
skeleton,
I
Nancy.
came to see Henry.
So we
I
surmised.
think he was a little
I'm
thick
Renee Amon.
to be a real
I'm
skeleton.
Bruno Bolet's housekeeper. That is, I was. This skeleton that attacked you, perhaps we should call the police.
No, no emergency room, no police. Things are complicated enough as it is.
Henry's feeling a mite overwhelmed. Well, you are looking much better, so I'm gonna get back to my plant potting. You need anything? I'll be outside in the garden.
It's
I should
pouring.
call them and keep them on hold for 5 hours and see how they like it.
All right. It's a lizard. I should probably talk to Henry first. He's one of my favorite Nancy Drew characters. I don't know why. I always liked Henry.
Nancy, nice to meet you. Ned sent you here to check up on me, huh?
He's kind of worried about you, that's all.
Ned's a nice guy. I mean, I really don't know him that well, just from school. But when I mentioned that my only living relative just died, he was all like, "Yeah? How you feeling, man? You doing okay? Wanna talk?" Of course, I guess I do come across as a little needy sometimes.
You're needy.
You look pretty busy.
Great Uncle Bruno named me executor of his estate. which means I have to make sure all his bills are paid and debts taken care of so his assets can be distributed. Unfortunately, he couldn't have cared less about little things like keeping records or balancing checkbooks. Dealing with his creditors and their lawyers has been an absolute nightmare.
He made you his executor? You two must have been close.
Not really. My parents died in a car crash when I was
I
8.
just
Since I had
noticed
no
his
other
little
relatives,
glove.
He took me in, or should I say he shipped me out. Boarding school, summer camp, military school, college. He may have looked after me, but he never spent any time with me. I didn't know him at all. So, thanks for stopping by, Nancy. And now you can report back to Ned that I'm fine and go enjoy New Orleans.
I just got here.
No, I can't. Not until I know who that skeleton man was and what he was doing
Levels
here
are
and
good. Awesome.
why he knocked
Thanks,
me
Reed.
out like that. Look, I can understand you're not wanting to call the police, but somebody should investigate. And since playing detective is kind of a hobby with me,
Just
No
a-
offense.
just a
but
little
are you
hobby.
Sure you didn't just pass out from the heat and humidity or something and dream that you saw the skeleton dude?
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
positive.
Okay, look around all you want. But I should probably warn you, Uncle Bruno was into exotic pets. Didn't believe in cages, so he gave him the run of the place. And just because he's dead doesn't mean they are.
Who's
So
feeding
if you're
them?
gonna go poking around, be careful.
Miniature Modelers of America, first place. First place. Man, this guy was good at miniature. Oh? Alright. Guess that's mine now. I got me an eyeball. Is this lizard over here? I bet that's one of the exotic pets. I don't like that there's so many teeth books. Ugh. I couldn't be a dentist. It is pouring. And she's just out here, just chilling
Nancy.
in the rain.
Welcome
Oh, it's
to my little lantern
mostly
lit
dry, I
corner of
guess.
the world.
it's a little wet.
It's a little wet out here.
I don't mind. No one should mind the rain. Without it, the end of the world would come much too soon.
I guess
Did
you're
you
right.
and Henry have a nice chat?
We talked.
Henry's a very morose, very negative young man. Very cunning, too.
Does look
In
a little,
fact, I'm
little
fairly
emo.
certain that he's been selling off Dr. Bolay's belongings on the sly.
Won't all of Dr. Bolay's belongings go to Henry anyway?
Absolutely not. According to Dr. Bolay's will, Henry is to get 30% of the estate. Dr. Bolay's physician, Gilbert Buford, gets 30%. Our Lady of Route 57 School of Dentistry and Cosmetology gets 30%. And I am to receive 10%.
dentistry and cosmetology.
What was in that concoction you wanted me to drink after I got knocked out?
Never you mind. It was just a little remedy I brewed up on the spot to help you feel better.
Was it poison? Was actually, you know, I probably shouldn't have drank that because I don't know what she puts in there. What is she growing out here that she's putting in there?
If you don't mind my asking, what's in that little pouch you wear around your neck?
Is it voodoo?
Things. Secret
Oh.
things. Things that give me special talents when special times demand them. People usually laugh when I say this.
It's so
but
it's
this
voodoo.
pouch is my connection to the energy that powers the universe.
Oh,
Well, at least you didn't laugh.
Nancy. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad you have that.
if you don't like Henry that much, how come you're still here?
I'm here because Dr. Bolay paid me in advance, and I always fulfill my obligations.
So you come here as the housekeeper, but you just have your own little garden here, so you're getting paid to just, you know, play out in the garden at somebody else's house. Okay.
I'll see you later.
And
One
cast
more
judgment
thing.
and
I
do voodoo.
too have seen the skeleton man. After Dr. Boley passed that night, I saw him in the hallway. He was there, then he was gone. So you best be careful,
I bet
Nancy Drew, because if it was Mr. Death, and I truly think it was,
he's coming back.
he's come back.
Mr. Death. Or what if it's just Henry and one of his little, like, what if he cosplays? Henry's just cosplaying. Ew. 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 Play a whole song out of that. I don't like that there's like a little keyhole there, but you can't really put a key in it. Okay. Oh, spooky. I don't think I want to go wandering around out there yet. I mean, why do you have like a... What is that? Mushroom? Like a whole graveyard in your backyard. I know Okay, so this is weird. Not weird, because I think it's cool. But New Orleans is like... It's known for some of its graveyards. Oh, hey! Thanks, Reed! Thanks for the subscription. I'm gonna kill the
That should
bugs.
keep you guys quiet for a while.
Oh yeah, I got a guava. A guava? Is it a guava? I don't know. But Louisiana is known for some of its really cool like cemeteries and graveyards. And I did visit one when I was down there, and they're very historic. So some nice candles burning. I want a candle. I got a new candle today, and I got it burning over here. Am I supposed to put an eyeball in there? It won't let me. It won't let me take the eyeball out. I want to put an eyeball in there. Oh, I like the laser beam sound when it does that. Okay. Writhing Roots Memorial. Man, he must have really... Seeping Meadow? Why is it seeping? I don't want to know what's seeping out of those. No thanks. Oh. Okay. Don't know how to get those yet. Sorrow Park. Well, it's fitting. Ew, why does this sound so rubbery? No, stop. I'm trying to go away. That one looks moldy. Slumber Gardens. Why do you have a... Oh, he was into miniatures. Okay. Remember when we got that eyeball out of the trophy? That's probably why he has a miniature of his graveyard. Crowing Crypts. What's that tree? 40 Winks Mausoleum. Hey! Ew! That's an icky eyeball. Why am I collecting eyeballs? This seems important. Is that... Why does that guy look like Edgar Allan Poe? Why do we got Edgar Allan Poe here? Oh. That's a rubbing. That looks like what's over here. Probably a clue. Peter P. Halbjorn. Larry Michael. Do I need these? Oh, it shows me where they're at. Sid. I mean, there's a lot. Who am I gonna be looking for? Innocent Fraser? His name's Innocent. Or her. Innocent Fraser. I was wondering if it was like going by where they were, but because like it keeps closing out the game. Sorry, like over here we had a lot of Smiths, but they're not near each other. So I was thinking maybe that has it organized by the plot, but then it's not because they're all in different places. Okay, this goes on for forever. Tammy Tasselman. It doesn't have... So are these all people who know him? Is it like a family plot? Oh, I'm kind of good at these games. So I have to stop the beam. To get the ball through. Okay. I wonder. Where do we get... I gotta get to the eyeball, I guess? I have an idea. I think I need to be one more up. Or it could be a couple more up. Put it there. So now I can get through. And I can do that. So then that means I can get through here. Because I'm probably going to need this box again. Maybe. Okay. So if I put... Or I could just move that there. So then I can use this box wherever I want. Okay, so now I can just push this box. So if I go over... I might have to go up, over, and down. So I don't want to get it stuck. up. Yeah! Look at me go. Got me another eyeball. I don't know why I need these eyeballs, but they're mine. Zeke's? Who's Zeke? And why is he in the fireplace? What did Zeke do?
That's the front door, but I'm not leaving until I figure out what Mr. Skeleton Man was up to.
Fair enough. Why does this house feel lopsided? Like, it looks lopsided. Like, see, everything's kind of at a tilt. Ooh, is this my room? Why is my bed moldy? And I got another eyeball. Or is it not my room? Maybe it's not my room. Maybe I'm staying somewhere else. It's creepy. Ew. Why did the music get so scary? What is that on the wall? Guess I'm never gonna know. Sorry. My little doggy's freaking out downstairs. Guess I can't go in there. So let's see. Talk to Henry and see if there's anything like skeleton.
All
man.
done. All done. Can't check that off
Room
yet.
where I saw the skeleton man in the great room and try to figure out what he's doing in there.
I haven't done that. Still have to do that. Can't check that
Find out
off
the
yet.
combination of the locks and cryptic monos if anybody knows in their future frames. Figure out the significance of tracing. Play the game in the great room and see what I did do that.
Did that.
Check out what's left of the receipt I found. Call Bess. Explore the little room.
All done.
So I didn't see everything in here? What else is there to see? The weird little girl. Well, let me click on anything over there. Got everything out of the fireplace. Well, let me click anything over there. Ugh. I think I just won't let me see everything yet. Oh my goodness. Every time I try to go left, it clicks out of the game.
Yes?
Is your great uncle's estate worth very much?
I have no idea. Nor will I until I get all
Ugh. Keeps clicking out.
affairs settled. He was a dentist for most of his life, so he must have had some money squirreled away. As you can tell, he was darn good at squirreling away junk.
Oh, he was a dentist. That's why there's teeth books.
Have you had any of his things appraised?
Somebody from a curio shop came in and took a quick look around, but it wasn't anything formal.
Why is there an empty frame in the gallery in the other room?
Apparently, someone stole the canvas. Renee says it disappeared sometime after Bruno died.
So it was recently.
Was it valuable?
In a way, it was of my parents. I think it was painted in the garden out back. Renee doesn't like me. Wouldn't surprise me if she took it out of spite.
Renee doesn't like me.
I found this scrap of paper in the fireplace. Do you know anything about it?
No. you always go digging around in people's fireplaces?
Yeah.
Just looking for
Yeah,
something
she
that
does.
might tell me who that skeleton man was.
Ah. Anything else?
Why is there a model of a cemetery in the other room?
Because Great Uncle Bruno used to oversee the cemetery next door.
So is it
Made
next
that
door?
scale model so he could keep track of where everything, or should I say everyone, was. Crafted all those miniature crypts himself. And people think I'm weird.
You are wearing a mesh glove.
Do you know what this is? I found it in the other room.
Looks to me like some kind of tracing.
I was thinking that maybe my skeleton man left it behind.
Well, I sure don't know anything about it. Anything else?
I'll let you
I'll
get back
let you
to work.
get back to work.
Groovy.
Groovy. You don't look like the type of man that says groovy. So it wants me to explore outside. It says every inch of the garden, so does that mean... What did that do? Yay! I pushed some rocks? Now did I explore every inch of the garden?
Can't check that off yet. All done. Did that. Can't check that off yet.
Every inch of the garden. Thought I did. Well, let's go out here. I don't think this counts as the garden. Mushroom. Badger, badger. Badger, badger. Mushroom. Sorry. 40 winks. Ooh. Mushroom? Can I go on the boat? No. It's so mushy out here. Why is it so mushy? Ooh, it's all brokeny.
To figure out if there's anything camouflaged in that design, I'm gonna need some paper.
You would think, and I say this every time, you would think that as a detective, Nancy would at least carry around a flashlight, pencil, and paper. Like, something. I wonder if to get in that key is, that's not, I don't want to go that way, I want to go this way. You would think that, or maybe that, to get in there, it's that key with the spider. Charlie Wicker. W-E... Would that be west, northeast, southwest, northwest, southeast, northeast, northeast, southwest? That's just my guess. I could be wrong. Writhing roots. Ew. Isn't the reason, I could be wrong, but that they have like a lot of the above ground graves in like the mausoleums in Louisiana because they have a lot of flooding and the caskets would like float away. Fritz. My little doggy is not happy. Okay, guess that's mine now.
Can't check that off yet. I haven't done that. Check. I haven't done that.
Hello again.
Have you ever seen this before? I found it by that scale model of the cemetery that's inside the house.
It's a mystery to me. I suggest you ask Henry. He leaves things lying around all the time. I guess it figures I won't notice amid all the other clutter. But I do.
It's his house.
I notice everything. How else may I be of service to you?
Isn't it? Or no? He only got a certain amount of it.
What can you tell me about the painting that's missing from the frame in the gallery?
Very little, I'm afraid. I didn't notice the picture was gone until after the reception following Dr. Bolay's funeral. I cannot even tell you what it was a picture of.
Do you by any chance have some plain paper and anything like chalk that I could use?
Don't have any chalk, but I certainly have paper. But it's up in my room, and I'm afraid I cannot retrieve it for you until I'm finished here. You get the sudden urge to draw a picture?
Sure.
Something like that. I know, I'll help you. That way you'll get done faster.
Gracious, you are the picture of impatience, aren't you? Well, I appreciate the offer. But here, why don't you just take this instead? It's an extra key to my room. The paper's in a drawer in my nightstand. Just go on up and help yourself. But make sure you lock the door when you leave, you hear? You I trust. But Henry, him I do not.
I really
Okay.
appreciate this.
And long as you're going up there, my appetite could use a little placating, so I would be much obliged if you would bring me a candy bar from my nightstand. And take one for yourself while you're at it.
Ooh, don't mind if I do. I like candy bars. It needs a little bit of updating, but you know, I like it. I like it. Paper. That's all she has in there. Oh boy, that looks like, see, if I could.
One for Renee, and one for me. Yum. Gosh, these things are good.
I'm just gonna sit here and eat all of her candy. I have
Yum.
I bought myself a Cocoa Crinkle sticker. If you can get them off the Her Interactive website. I got a little sticker of the candy bar. Cocoa Crinkle, sorry.
Yum.
I'm just gonna eat all of them.
These things are good.
I wonder if I'll get like a little present for eating all of them. Not a present, like a award. The heck was that? I'm gonna get spooked. Hiccup powder. I hate having the hiccups. Okay, that's good. She got lots of stuff. Is she into voodoo? Is that what voodoo is? Okay, I feel like I'm gonna need to know these. Maybe I should write down in my handy dandy Nancy Drew notebook. Write down what these symbols are. So I can translate it later, maybe? And then got like a triangle. I like the jazz. You like jazz? squiggle underneath, and then another. There's a lot of triangles. Is this like the alchemy symbols, like the other stuff? Or is it something different? I guess that makes more sense, though, why she would have a garden area if she lives here. Ew. Hey! That's that one doll from Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. I wonder... Okay, so you have to make the patterns. But I don't know what each one makes. So if I make this one first, let's find... Okay, so that one's 3 dots. That one could be. That one's not, though. That one looks like it is in there. Maybe not that one. So definitely that one. Not that one. This one. So this one and this one. Okay, so we need one more. I gotta remember this one, this one, this one. Oh yeah! We're good. Okay, so now let's do this one. Oh, perfect. So that one's definitely not that one, though. And this one, so these two. Actually, probably that one, too. Okay, so not that one. Not that one. No. Okay. It's gonna be... I gotta remember which ones. So... how many? Okay, so 1, 2... So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's 18 dots. It's gonna be the best way for me to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so I know for sure. So probably this one. So I'll need this one. So this is 1. This is 18. So I need one here. Okay, and then there was one over here. I don't need that one. I need this one. So this one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one here. And 6. So I need this one. This one. This one. And one more. This one. So we're gonna need this one. 3, 4, 5, 6, and what? I know I need those two. So we don't need this one. I don't know why I thought I needed that one. Maybe it was... No. It's this one. So is there one that's different? Okay, so instead of this one, we want this one, because it's the same type of thing. So take this one off, and we need this one. So we need 5, this one, and this one. And so we just need one more. Oh yeah! Oh yeah. Instead of having the circles though, it might just be easier if I just write down the number. So now let's do this one next. Okay, so that one is... That one's 18, 17, 16. So we have 16. This is a good game. Have you played this one? This one's one of my favorites. I love Nancy Drew Legend of the Crystal Skull. I like the puzzles. I like the atmosphere. But I just love New Orleans. 16. Okay, maybe I need this one? $17. Okay, and then I gotta remember. It's not that one. Okay, not that one. I played them all. I rage quit this one as a kid, though, because of the skee ball. You know, I can relate to that. That was pretty bad. And I know last time I played it, I was doing the skee ball part, and I wanted, because you can get an Easter egg, and I was thinking you could get one, and I was like, I didn't know for sure, but I was like, in my brain, I'm like, this has to be where you get an Easter egg. And so I played it for so long, trying to get that stupid Easter egg. I got it. But man, was it annoying. So maybe I need this one with another one. What's that one? No. Is there one that's... Okay, so what if I did that one? So this one and this one? Maybe. So what if I do 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 9, 16, 17? Yeah! Okay, one more. This one's wild. Okay. So I'm gonna need... Not that. No. Okay. I think I need... Maybe? Maybe. Okay, I for sure need this one. So this one's... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that one's 13. And then... So I don't need that one. Don't need that one. That one. So that one's 18. 13, 18. Nope. Nope. There's one. This one. So maybe this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. So it would be 13, 18, and then I would just need whatever the other side one is. This one. 14. Let's try that. So it would be 11, 13, 14, 18. Yeah! Yeah! Hoodoo signs and symbols. So it's hoodoo, not voodoo. Is that fake voodoo? So could they not use the word voodoo? So they called it hoodoo, or is hoodoo actually something? To most people, spells are cast using words spoken aloud, sounding like gibberish, repetitive, nonsensical, and annoying. But these are powerful spells indeed, so powerful that there are only two ways to negate them. One is to discern the precise meaning and purpose of the spell, and to vocalize the appropriate counterspell. But this demands intimate knowledge not only of hoodoo words, but of the motivations of the spell's creator, and this is often impossible. The more common method of disenchantment involves writing the symbol equivalent of the spell on an object placed between the originator of the spell and its recipient, a practice known as spectraliquy. Once the spell is broken down into individual sounds, each sound is translated into a letter from the spectral alphabet, then drawn left to right on a fence, wall, or window. So, left to right. So just like normal reading. I wrote down all of the stuff on the wall back there. So actually, I did need it. So, the first one is this one. So I'm going to go ahead and write those down just in case anyways. And then it was this one. Was one this one? It was one of these square ones, but I thought it was more at an angle, but maybe it was just had a dot in it. Maybe it's this. Maybe that's the dot. These are the only squares. So I'm gonna go with this one. No? Because there was two. There's one at an angle, and then there's one here. Unless it's the same one? What are your thoughts on cherries? The only cherries that I like are Bing cherries that my parents grow in their orchard. I don't like maraschino cherries, the ones that I put on like milkshakes and stuff at like Steak and Shake and stuff. Bing chilling? Bing cherries. So like they're these really big, they're like, I don't know, they have seeds in them, so you have to spit the seed out, but there's Bing cherries. And they're really good, but they only grow every other year, and usually the birds get them. But they're really good. I wonder if it's the same thing. Here, the two. I think it's two in a row there. That might be that one. And then this. And there was a triangle with that one. Okay, I think you like all cherries. Is that your favorite fruit? I like cherry flavored candy. Like cherry Jolly Ranchers, or is that all that's in there? I don't like cherry soda though. Like cherry Coke or anything like that. Yeah, see, no, cause see that one's this one. I thought those maybe be the same, but I can't find this one. Maybe it's a triangle with a dot in it. So that one's different. So I gotta go back and look at that book. Ah, it's probably this. Or this. No, because this has a dot. So it would be this one. Artificial cherry flavor is controversial. I agree with people that sometimes it tastes like medicine, but I still like it anyways. LOL. You know what? That's fair. Sometimes it does taste like medicine. It's really weird 'Cause I absolutely love G Fuel. I'm obsessed with it. I have a giant shelf filled. And some of the G Fuel cherry flavor is really good. Like the G Fuel cherry slushy. But you get the Power Pellet G Fuel, which is like the Pac-Man one. And I think that one tastes like medicine. And it's so strange.
You bring me that Cocoa Kringle bar like I asked?
You need a sponsor?
Right
Oh,
here.
I wish.
Bless you.
Oh,
I'm
I
so
wish. That'd be
hungry
so
I
cool.
could devour these plants I'm potting up, dirt and all. How else may I be of service
Honestly,
to you?
though, I've gotten so many people to drink G Fuel that I'm like a walking advertisement for them. No sponsor, but just a walking advertisement. When I worked at a movie theater, I had the entire management team drinking G Fuel. We had a fridge that we just left G Fuel on top of, so we would have G Fuel in the office. And now I just drink it every day when I work out, but in a half gallon. But I only fill it halfway, so it's like half of a half gallon of water of G Fuel. It's a lot, but I can't stop.
Whose boat is tied up down there where the bayou comes up to the cemetery? Do you know?
That would be my boat. Comes in very handy when I need to forage for certain swamp-dwelling plants.
Those weird symbols on the wall in your room. Do you know who painted them?
I did. Fact of the matter is, there's a spirit living in that wall.
Spirit living in the
spirit?
wall?
Got a voice that'd send shivers down the spine of Dracula himself. Used to hear it sometimes, in the dead of night, half talking, half whispering, saying this one word I never heard before, like it was from a language no one on earth spoke. And suddenly, I knew. The spirit was
trying to cast a spell.
cast a spell on me. So I got me a book and found out that by painting the word I heard on the wall, syllable by syllable, in hoodoo signs, I could counteract the word's power. And you know what? The spirit has not spoken that word or any other since.
What was the word?
Darling, a sack full of water moccasins couldn't get me to say that word out loud. Nor will I write it down. No, sir. Not ever, ever, ever.
Nice talking to you.
Thanks for coming by.
Sack of water moccasins. Ooh, I want the spooky bone shovel. Alright. There's a frog. That reminds me. My parents got this new dog, and he's super cute. His name's Murphy. And, oh, this is acting up. Hold on. He's super cute. His name's Murphy, and he's a Pyrenees lab mix, and he's gonna be really, really big. But my mom texted me the other day and said that Murphy just kept bringing up live frogs to the door of the house. He didn't kill them. He just would bring them up to the house, and he didn't like the taste of them, so he just kept bringing them up. Then he'd lick them, and then he'd just go bleh, like right on the front of the door. He'd just be like bleh. Just frogs, just bringing up live frogs. And I think that's so funny.
Yes?
I'll check back with you later.
Groovy.
Groovy. I'm gonna go call Bess. See if we can do some other stuff. See if we can get any of these marked off.
Did that.
I need some chalk or something
Can't check
though.
that off yet. All done. I haven't done that.
Open the chest. I did
Did
that.
that. Check.
Bluebell ice cream has a cherry vanilla flavor that is just vanilla ice cream with maraschino cherries blended in chunks. Is it good? Because I don't know if I'd like the maraschino cherry part. Cab company. I guess I should have called Ned first.
Hello?
Bess, hi, it's me.
Hey, Nance. I just got back from shopping, which I am happy to report is fantastic here. So, what's going on with you?
A lot.
A lot is in a whole bunch of fun stuff?
Let me start by telling you what happened when I arrived at Henry's house. I walked up to the front door and discovered it was open. So I walked in.
You were knocked out by a skeleton wearing a red ascot?
Someone dressed as a skeleton wearing a red ascot.
Although the housekeeper here thinks it really was a skeleton, Mr. Death. But then, she's a little strange.
Do you think it was a burglar?
Maybe.
I'm not sure. I caught him or her sneaking around this scale model of a cemetery. And later, I found a tracing of something right by it. So if I could just figure out what it's a tracing of, and what, if anything, it has to do with that model cemetery, I might be able to figure out who Skeleton Man is.
I know that tone of voice. You're not leaving there until you've done just that, are you?
Oh, I also found some kind of receipt in the fireplace that may or may not be a clue.
What's it a receipt for?
That's what I need to find out. See, it's half burned up. All I can read is the receipt number and the name of the place it's from. Zeke's.
Zeke's? You gotta be kidding me.
Why? What do you mean?
I mean, I'm sitting here on our balcony in the French Quarter looking down at a place across the street called Zeke's.
That's great. So go over there and ask whoever's behind the counter what receipt number 21-3872 is for.
No way.
You want me to snoop?
I wouldn't call it snooping.
Forget it. Not gonna do it.
Beth,
I'm not good at that sneaking around stuff, Nancy. I get nervous, my tongue gets all knotted up, my palms sweat, to say nothing of my armpits.
Beth, receipt number 21-3872. Just go in and ask what it's for. No big deal.
Maybe not for you.
Beth, you can do it.
This is not gonna end well, I just know it. Okay, I'll call you as soon as it's over.
I'll be waiting.
Okay, so it depends on the mood I'm in, whether I like it. To be honest, the best Bluebell flavor is Bride's Cake, though. I'll eat that every day. Ooh, I don't know if I've ever had that. That sounds delicious. My favorite...
Hey, what'll it be?
Oh, gosh. My favorite is Blue Moon by Hudsonville. I think it's Hudsonville. Has nothing to do with the alcohol.
Can't be that hard to make up your mind.
Sorry.
Enjoy.
I love this type of food. Except I don't like fish. So it's hard to get this kind of food without fish. But I love the other flavors and the spices.
Woo, that was hot.
But Hudsonville Blue Moon, it's so good. I don't even know what the flavor is because it's like, it's hard to describe. Some people say it's kind of like Fruity Pebbles. Some people say it's cotton candy-ish. I don't know. But it's so good. Hi.
Hey, doing a little end of the day shopping, huh? See something you like?
I like everything.
That's what I want to hear. I'm Lamont. This is my place. So if you got any questions, I'm the guy to ask.
Actually, I do have a question. This friend of mine found the number of a receipt that came from this shop, and she asked me to ask you what the receipt is for. But if you're really busy, or you'd rather not, or it's against the rules...
No problem. What's the number?
21-3872.
21-3872. Here we go. That ticket was for a large box of assorted unknown items I bought from Henry Boley. And, that's all I can tell you.
Assorted unknown
Assorted
items.
Unknown items?
It's a box with a bunch of different things in it, kind of like a grab bag. Look, I just don't want to make trouble for anyone, okay?
Where's the box now?
It's still in the back room. I haven't had a chance to really go through it yet. Hey, is there something else I can help you with? Beads, hula dolls, old books. Got great deals on all of them.
Is Henry Boley a friend of yours?
No, I met him at the reception at Bruno's house following the funeral. Gave Henry my card, said when he wanted to start liquidating, he should give me a call.
So, since the stuff isn't settled yet, is that technically stealing? Is he stealing and taking the money from it? Or is it okay because some of it goes to him anyways?
Was Bruno a friend of yours?
Way I hear it, Bruno Boley didn't have any friends. But I wish he had been my friend. I mean, that house of his is filled with junk. He kept everything. For someone in my business, the place is knick-knack heaven.
I want these book stands. Those are cool.
Seeing as this place is called Zeke's, and it's your place. Shouldn't your name be Zeke?
Guy I bought this place from wouldn't sell it to me unless I swore I wouldn't change the name. So I didn't. Funny thing was, his name wasn't Zeke either.
I'm gonna keep
Well,
browsing.
you
if
know what?
that's
Fair
okay.
enough.
Take your time.
I would love to go to a little shop like this, especially in New Orleans. I want this. Why does it move? I want one though. I would put that in my house. This is definitely a puzzle. Okay, wait. So let me put... This would go here. So that's the start.
Still needs some work.
Oh, I'll go back to it. What? Crying powder. Giggling powder. Itching powder.
Ooh, they weren't kidding.
Ew, P.U.
Why they got so much weird powder?
This might come in handy.
It's just the crying powder. I want to hear like giggling. Ew. Okay, so I'm gonna need to do that. Okay, that's the only thing it's really letting me look at. Ew! Ah, is that a real dead guy? I think my little doggy figured out how to make it upstairs. Okay, I'm trying to get away. Mystical toast. Okay, I'm trying to get back to that one thing. Here it is. Okay. I think take my powder, put it there, maybe? That's where I should put my powder. Okay, so if this is the beginning...
That doesn't quite cut it.
So... I think these go here. Because it hits that. Does this go here? Let's try that.
Close, but no cigar.
So that doesn't do anything. So what would do something here?
Well, I've got the right idea.
No, you don't. I gotta figure out how to do this. So what's gonna trigger something this way? If this is the start. Okay, I think this goes here. But something's gotta flip over that to hit that. So, there are only certain things. That's not gonna go there. I don't know what's gonna start it. So I have to stand on that. Something that, okay. To hit that, hit that. That's not gonna do anything, is it?
Close but no cigar.
Unless he goes on there.
I'm getting there, I think.
I don't think you are. I don't think that would trigger that either, though.
I'm getting there.
I just don't know what would be triggered by this. So it wasn't that. Unless I'm missing items. Ugh. I don't think I'm missing any items. Because it's not the start? Where's the start?
Close but no cigar.
I don't remember where the start is. See, this thing keeps moving out of focus. Let's see.
Did that.
Hopefully I can distract Lamont so I can look at this stuff in the box. Okay, so I gotta distract him with this. But I gotta figure out how to distract him with this. Maybe this goes... I feel like the end is here. Maybe this... I don't remember. So that's the first thing that starts.
I'm getting there, I think.
But I gotta figure out what goes... How does this start? Wait, I think that does go there, because that falls off and makes that go, and it goes... Brrr. I think those go together, too. But I know this... shakes. That's my problem. I can flirt with guys and make small talk with girls in my sleep, but as soon as I have to get information, I start to choke. Shopping Lamont. It's funny when you told me about the box, and it tells me things I need to... Right. There's the piano and 2 shelves above it. I just need to figure out where to put everything. Actually, one item I need isn't there, but it is somewhere in the curio shop, I bet. Okay, so I got that. There's got to be a way to incapacitate Lamont. The sneezing powder I found in the shop and rummaged through the box. Henry's bloody stuff. It's not like I just walked to him. Wait, so if I could get something else to accidentally blow it in his face. Which is going to be this. But I gotta figure out how to start it. That's the problem. So he'll get up here. So something here needs to move when this goes off. That's the thing. I gotta figure out what moves.
I'm getting there, I think.
But nothing's moving. Those are the big ones. I don't remember. It's a big one. That won't go up there. It won't do anything up there.
That doesn't quite cut it.
Yeah. I found it. I don't think this will do anything there.
That doesn't quite cut it.
Thanks. So, does this?
That doesn't quite cut it.
Okay. So, those aren't it. What about this?
Well, I've got the right idea.
Okay, so if that's the right idea, does that start there? Does that go there? Or is she gonna say...
I'm getting there, I think.
So that goes there, but what does that... How do I... Or what about this? Does this go up there?
Well, I've got the right idea.
Okay, so there's two things. I've done this before, forever ago. I just don't remember...
Haven't done that yet.
I don't remember how to get it started. I know these three are in this, because this blows that into that, and it, like... I don't know. And I think this, like, falls into that. And I know this... I think the powder goes here, because that's how it's gonna, like, spill. But that all goes... No, the powder goes here? I know this moves when this plays, but I don't know how to get this to play. I don't remember. Because I'm pretty sure these go here and something... And then it knocks that, and then that flips over. But I'm pretty sure it's this, because then the head rolls. I think. But I don't know what goes on that shelf. That's the problem. So I'm pretty sure the teeth go here because it goes through there. And she dances when the music plays. But I gotta figure out how to make the music play. Maybe it doesn't want me to do this yet. Ugh. Wait. How did it do
Well, I
that?
got the right idea.
How did it do that? So does that hit that? Okay, that must hit that. So then she goes here. See? I knew most of it. I just forgot the...
Well, I've got the right idea.
So I don't really need something up here then?
Still need some work.
Huh. So that's correct. Goes up there. Because it'll pop the balloon?
I'm getting there, I think.
Don't know how that would do it, but let's see.
I'm getting there, I think.
I just don't think that goes there and that goes... Is that too heavy, maybe? Nope.
I'm getting there, I think.
Okay. Unless we don't need to use the top shelf and this just goes here.
Close but no cigar.
That just jills. I don't know what to do with the top three things. Because I need all of those there. Because that's the one... Yeah,
Still needs
see?
some work.
So that has to go there. I feel like I'm missing some pieces. Because how is this... There has to be something there.
Well, I've got the right idea.
Unless... I don't know why that would do anything.
Still needs some work.
Unless I want to push the powder into the...
Close, but no cigar.
Why did it skip right over those? So it's like the only place this can go.
Close, but no cigar.
It's not hitting anything here. Because that, I feel like that's where that should go. But that can't go anywhere else. This doesn't do anything. Like that would break that. Am I missing something else? I accidentally blow it into his face. I feel like it needs to get onto this.
Well, I've got the right idea.
Or what if... Maybe it'll hit it there, though. Why would that need... Maybe it'll... And break that? Why is that a shrunken head? Oh, see, it did. Okay. Makes no sense, but you
There,
know
that
what?
should do it. Lamont, could you help me?
We'll go with it.
Sure, what do you need?
I can't quite reach that bottle up there. Could you get it for me?
Sure.
I do like the song, though. It's fun.
gosh. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I'll go get you something. What do you need?
Nose spray. Back room.
No spray, back room, got it.
He's like over here twerking.
Cute dog.
Lizard with a guava. It was wondrous this summer. We both stayed south of France for only a few days to visit some old friends. Lorelai spent far too much time in the kitchen. Bone braised pork shoulder roasts and turnips, roasted plums, and entire quail wrapped in puff pastry. We brought only a simple chocolate cake from the street market. That was our dinner. She does things like always trying to guess. It's how she... you see, always trying to show up the guests. That's how she is. Must be off the post quickly before the fog rolls in. I'm expecting parts to update. Well, please keep in touch. Most... Emelinda? Some of these don't exist. So, I'm gonna take a picture of that, and maybe that's what opens that box. How am I supposed to... Bruno? What was the... Amelinda? No. Hamlet? How am I supposed to open this? There's no Henry. Or what was his name? Bruno? I already tried that though, right? What's the dog's name? Doesn't say. Pirate? Doesn't say the doggy's name though.
Done. Can't check that off yet.
If I use Hamlet reference, I'll be able to count on the letter Amelia to open that lockbox I found him in. Okay. Alright, so 1. Okay. So 1 is gonna be L. 3. B. 32. Oh gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's another E. 3. 1, 2, 3. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. Oh no, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 4. 4. And then 1. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then just X. There's no V on there. Some of these don't exist. So if it doesn't exist, don't put it in there. 1. So L, E, G, E, S, E, L, J, X. No, doesn't make any sense.
Haven't done that yet.
Hamlet reference, I'll be able to count on the letter, but I'm Melinda to open the lockbox I found. Doesn't make any sense! Count on the letter. Ugh. I wonder if actually it's like 1 and then 1, 2, 1, and then there's 3, so 1, 2, 3, and then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it goes like that, maybe? Because some of those letters don't exist. What if I try it that way? So 1 would be L. And then 1, 2, 3. So then it would be E. And then 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So another E. And then 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a Y. Was there a Y in there? Okay, wait, it started with... Hold on. 1, L. 1, 2, 3, E. And 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So 32 would be B. And then it would be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. E. And then 3. 1, 2, 3. In. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should be U. And then 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which should be in. So I did 1, 32, 8, 3, 6, 8, and 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, which would be D. Right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep. And then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 would be O. And then 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So D. And then an X, which isn't there. But we can try that. So L, E, B, E, N, U, N, D T O D. Yeah! That took forever. Dear Bole, this completes our transaction. The Whisperer is now yours.
Whoa, this is weird. I better call Nancy and read this to her word for word.
Respect is power, as my grandfather found out. Okay.
Wow, Bess, that is weird.
No, I'll tell you what's weird. The box the letter is in is padded, and it has this round indentation in it that's the exact size of a human skull. It's like it used to contain a skull, but now it doesn't.
Did you find anything else?
Yeah, inside the box that this box is in, there's a couple of photographs. One's of a boy and a dog, and
this
the other's of an
photograph.
iguana dressed up like a pirate.
What?
And there's a costume in the box of a skeleton man.
Really?
And did I mention that Lamont was very reluctant to talk about buying this box of stuff from Henry? Said he didn't want to get anyone in trouble, whatever that means.
Sounds like he or Henry, or possibly both, are up to something they shouldn't be. Good
They
job,
could be.
Bess. I'm gonna poke around here and see if I can find out anything about a skull called the Whisperer. You better go take care of Lamont.
Would you believe it? The guy is still sneezing. He must keep nose spray around because something's wrong with his sinuses. Well,
Man,
he
you had
does
him.
hate me.
You've had him sneezing for a long time, because I'm dumb and couldn't figure that out very fast. It's called Ned. See how our good pal Ned's doing.
Hello, Nancy?
Hey, Ned.
It's about time you called. Did you make it to New Orleans okay?
Yep.
Have you seen Henry?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure I like the way you said that. Is he okay?
He's
He's
strange.
fine. Well, he's the executor of his great-uncle Bruno's estate, which he's not real happy about. But he and his great-uncle weren't that close, so he's not grief-stricken or anything.
Well then, are you okay?
Other than being attacked on my way into Henry's house by a skeleton wearing a red ascot
Why
and
is he
getting knocked out by the smoke
red
bomb that threatened
ascot?
me, I'm fine too.
So, like,
Let's just say that I've
Is it
stumbled
Fred
onto a mystery
from
and
Scooby-Doo?
I'm not leaving till I solve it.
Why am I not surprised? Is Bess with you?
No, but she has been helping me.
So tell me about this skeleton man.
Well, it
Why
was
didn't
someone
she
in
come
a
with me
costume,
here
obviously.
to this strange
He or
house?
She was leaning over something in the great room when I walked in and surprised them.
So they threw a smoke bomb at you and ran?
Yeah, I must have interrupted whatever they were doing.
What were they leaning over?
A scale model of the cemetery next door. Henry says his great-uncle Bruno made it so he could keep track of who was buried there. Apparently, Bruno used to oversee the cemetery. And right near the scale model, I found a tracing of some kind of symbol. I'm thinking maybe Skeleton Man dropped it.
Why would
He's out there
Skeleton
sketching.
Man be interested in the scale model of a cemetery?
There's treasure in
Good
the
question.
cemetery.
Maybe I'll take a real good look around in there and see if I can find out.
Good idea.
I'd put all my treasure in the cemetery, but I don't have any treasure.
I'm still trying to figure out how you got to be friends with Henry.
Well, we're not best friends or anything. Heck, we're not really even friends. I just feel sorry for the guy. I mean, he never hangs out with anyone between classes, and when I'd heard there'd been a death in the family, I just wanted to make sure he was okay all by himself
So
down
you
there.
send his
Don't worry,
girlfriend?
he's fine.
You send
a
your
little
girlfriend
strange, maybe, but fine.
to go take care of this
That's good to
strange
hear.
man.
You know, you're a pretty nice guy.
Yeah, I know.
No, if he was nice, he'd send himself.
Right after Henry's great-uncle Bruno died, someone stole one of the paintings from his gallery. Just took the canvas and left the frame.
Anything else missing from the house?
I don't think so. At least no one has said anything. Of course, the only people here are Henry and Bruno's housekeeper, Renee. And this house is so full of stuff. Even if something else was missing, it would be ages until anyone noticed.
You think the missing painting ties in with your skeleton man somehow?
It could.
Yeah. I mean, I have no idea how it ties in, but my gut feeling is there's some kind of relationship between the two.
Well, if there is, I'm sure you'll find it.
Bruno Bolet's housekeeper, Renee, is still here, despite the fact that she and Henry don't really get along that well.
Why do you think she's staying on?
She says it's because Bruno paid her in advance.
But you don't believe her.
10% of
I
Bruno's
like
estate
cheap
is
viewers.
supposed to go to her. Only she thinks, and with kind of good reason, that Henry's been selling off Bruno's assets
You
on
know,
the sly.
Cheap
So it
viewers are
wouldn't
better than
surprise me if
expensive
she's
viewers, I
staying on
guess.
So she can try to bust him.
What's this kind of good reasons stuff.
I know for a
I
fact
don't know how to
that
make
Henry
them
sold
go
a box
away.
of Bruno's things to a local curio shop.
So this Renee person isn't just being paranoid.
What this Renee person is freaky.
In what way?
She wanted me to drink some strange-looking concoction after I passed out from the smoke bomb, but she refused to tell me what was in it. And she wears this weird little pouch around her neck. Says what's inside it connects her to the energy that powers the universe.
She's probably harmless, but stay on her good side, just in case.
Yeah, I'll probably do that.
I'd better get going.
Keep me posted. You got that?
Got it.
Feel
Bye,
like I
Ned.
should
Bye, Nance.
blow out my candle over here. It's been going for a while. I should probably blow it out. Don't want to waste it. Alright. Let's see what Nancy wants me to do. Oh, there's a lot. Okay.
Can't check that off yet.
Those fake books.
Can't check that off yet.
Haven't done that.
I haven't done that.
Tracing I found.
Can't check that off yet.
Figured that one out at least. Look around for some chalk. Don't have any of that. Don't have the key to the crypt. I think it's in the spider box. Here are the deals with all those symbols.
Can't check that off yet.
Look for anything that might help me find out what happened to the skull that used to be in the box.
Still have to do that.
These two, they're just freaking me out. And they both... This one really gives me an Edgar Allan Poe vibe. But why does he have a banana? Hey, Henry, got any chalk?
Yes?
I'm going to keep looking around.
Awesome.
I don't think he likes me very much. Do you not like bananas? No, I do like bananas. I just don't know why, out of everything he could hold for his painting, he'd be holding a banana.
Hello again.
I'll leave you to your potting.
Take care, hon.
Huh?
What?
I didn't
I'll see you later.
mean to click
Fare
on
thee
her again.
well.
Guess I could get another
One loquat's all I need right now.
loquat. I have a loquat. Not a high quat. So it's just the whole scale, this C to C. Okay, how did I not look at every inch of this garden? Can I move his feathers? Oh. Alright. Lots of plants. Okay, I already did that. There's more frogs. Where's Murphy when I need him? I feel like I've looked at every inch of this garden, but...
I haven't done that. Can't check that off yet. Can't check that off yet.
It's a mushroom. Well, what else am I supposed to look at in here, then? You like Bing bananas? Like the Bing cherries? I almost read that as big, and I was really confused for a second. Oh. Hey.
What was that?
That was Uncle Bruno's pet iguana, Iggy. He's always in here stealing paper.
Iggy?
He must be using it to
Iggy.
build a nest or something. Look, I had all those books arranged so they fit perfectly in that box. Put them back in, okay? I don't have time.
I just want to look through this one book.
Go right ahead. After you put all those other books back.
He said Iggy. I thought he said the iguana's name was Icky. Can I turn them? Okay, so that'll be helpful. I can't turn them. Okay. So, probably gonna need something tall. Or like that, maybe. Is that not gonna go there? Go there? That's not going anywhere. Okay, that's too thick. Put that there. Do we have a real skinny book to go down there? Unless we have a short one and we put this there. A shorter book? We don't have one that's like real skinny. Unless we make it real thick. That's not gonna work. Those fit kind of perfectly. So I feel like it's supposed to do that somehow, unless I don't have anything. Do I have anything shorter than that, though? That's long. Okay. How is that gonna have... Can they... That has to have something under it. But nothing will fit under it. Like... So it doesn't make any sense. So this one's gonna be the hardest one. Because it has to have something under it. Okay. There. Okay. Because those are like the biggest ones. So those now... The Crystal Skulls, Fact or Fable? And then maybe something goes here. But there's nothing... Maybe something shorter? So like... One of these sideways ones can fit up here maybe? That's too short. So like that, and then this guy can go there. Okay, so something, hold on. So... So those go next to each other, but then this doesn't... Oh, wait, wait. Yeah! Yeah! Fact or Fable? Beatrice Hotchkiss. Do I need to write her number down, or is it in my phone now? 1, 212 555 3427. 3427. Was Hotchkiss the one that I talked to in Secret of the Scarlet Hand? The most ancient widespread legends known to humankind can be summed up thusly. Scattered over the earth are 13 humanoid skulls carved out of pure crystal. At some point in the future, fate will bring the 13 skulls together, and they will speak, imparting wisdom that will save the human race from annihilation and usher in a golden era of peace and enlightenment. There are several versions of this legend. In one, the skulls were created by the Mayans, Incans, or Aztecs, and collectively form a repository of information detailing how and why humans came to be. Another legend credits their creation to extraterrestrials who seeded the earth with the human race and left the skulls behind to explain their actions at some point in the future. Yet another contends the skulls are ancient in origin but more important. Yet each skull is somehow magical and in and of itself. The distinctive gifts they offer their owners reputedly include precognition, clairvoyance, telekinesis, and of course immortality. Some variations combine all of the above. Well, those are fancy skulls. What is both indisputable and intriguing about the general legend is its smaller, colorful variations, is that several mysterious crystal skulls have indeed been discovered in the past millennium, turning up in all corners of the earth. What follows is an examination of everything that is currently known about these skulls, in hopes of separating the facts of their existence from the fantasies of human imagination. The Whisperer. The first documented reference of the skull, known the Whisperer, came in 1532, shortly after Hernando de Soto helped Francisco Pizarro ambush and capture the Incan Emperor Atahualpa at the Battle of Cajamarca. De Soto's aide-de-camp, while updating the De Soto's expedition records, noted that during Atahualpa's subsequent imprisonment, De Soto befriended an Incan ruler. In time, Atahualpa told De Soto a secret. He possessed an exquisitely detailed life-size human skull that the ancient ones have carved out of pure, clear crystal. He happened upon it at a hut of a deceased high priest who, astonishingly advanced age, had caused his fellow priests, out of fear and jealousy, to slip him a fatal dose of poison. Atahualpa took a fancy to the skull and kept it, and soon realized that the skull, which he contended would sometimes whisper to him in an unearthly voice using unfamiliar words, was given him immunity to all human ailments. As long as he possessed the skull, Atahualpa told De Soto he would live forever. But, like the priest before him, and like everyone who possessed that particular skull after him, Atahualpa soon discovered that while the skull could perhaps protect him from the ravages of time and nature, it was no match for the treachery of his fellow man. To De Soto's great surprise and dismay, Pizarro had Atahualpa executed. Although there is no other mention of the skull in De Soto's records, it's highly doubtful that the Spaniard would have left such a treasure behind when he returned to Europe in 1536. Indeed, the next documented reference to the crystal skull, which Atahualpa seemed to have inadvertently bequeathed to De Soto, came in a letter written by a nobleman in the court of Philip II, the member of the Austrian Habsburg family, who took over the Spanish Empire in 1556. While a guest at Habsburg's palace in Vienna, the nobleman mentions encountering a crystalline head of death, which manservant swore made utterances strange and low, too horrible for the ear to bear. Apparently, the skull then made its way to France, most likely via Anne of Austria, who married King Louis the something of France in 1615, because the next reference to a death's head carved from remarkably clear crystal can be found in the manifest of a ship belonging to René Robert Cavelier. I'm not even going to attempt that. A French explorer who in 1684 was preparing for a journey that would take the skull, ironically, back to the New World from which it had come. The fact that La Salle took the skull with him on his expedition to colonize the Mississippi River Valley suggests that he may have been aware of its reputation for conferring immortality upon its owner. But once again, this real enemy proved to not age or disease, but his fellow man. A group of his men stranded in what is now Texas after the expedition landed in the wrong place and antagonized the local Native Americans, eventually mutinied and killed La Salle so they could abandon their mission and head for the relative safety of the French outposts in Canada. The Whisperer, however, appears to have been left behind and didn't reappear until almost 200 years later. The photo to the right found in the basement of a library in Jonesboro, Arkansas, suggests that by 1881, Atahualpa's crystal skull had found itself in the hands of a traveling huckster who apparently used it to lure Curtis Caldwell's Curses and Curiosities. July 17th, 1881. To lure potential patrons to his wagon so he could sell them various balms and elixirs. If he is the same Curtis Caldwell, who according to census records settled in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, he lived and worked at the ripe old age of 93, dying only when dissatisfied customers set fire to his house in a fit of anger. The Whisperer was at the Caldwell's house, and no doubt survived the fire, but
Murder?
Murder. Whisperer was in Caldwell's house, no. It survived the fire, but exactly what happened to it next proved impossible to discern, and its current whereabouts is a mystery. But what is known about the skull's previous owner could prove very useful, solving the mystery, for all the people who have possessed it have had two things in common. They lived for an unusually long time, and they always, without exception, met their death at the hand of another. In other words, the trail that leads to the discovery of this particular crystal skull was likely the one that begins with murder. That was really long, but if it kind of explains what's going on in the crystal skull, I feel like it's good to read it. Alright, let's look at these. What's this? Those are different. I don't know what those are. Maybe we could talk to him now?
Yes?
How did Bruno die, if you don't mind my asking?
Murder.
Just dropped dead in the front hallway. I mean, the guy was 95 years old. Here, check it out. Myocardial infarction. That's doctor speak for heart attack.
I was going to say, that's a heart
Attending
attack.
physician Dr. Gilbert Buford, 504-555-9970. Was that Bruno's doctor?
And his best friend, or so I'm told. I've never met him.
Interesting keychain.
That's one of Uncle Bruno's glass eyes. It's the one he was wearing when he died.
Ooh.
How nice.
Anything else?
I'm going to
Can I
keep
have
looking
it?
around.
Groovy.
A really, really good look around the room ourselves.
Still have to do that. Can't check that off yet.
But the grin will watch hands move very easily. It does more than keep time, which it does very badly. Okay.
I haven't done that. I haven't done that. Still have to do that.
Look for anything that might help me find out what happened to the skull that used to be in the...
All done. Check. Can't check that off yet.
This Curios's great uncle Bruno
Check.
died.
Still have to do that.
Alright, let's go call those people. Why do I have the cab company number? Wonder what calling them will do.
Yes, hello?
Hi, my name's Nancy Drew. Is this Professor Hotchkiss?
I am she. Nancy Drew. Your name has a ring to it. Do I know you?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we met a little while back in Wisconsin.
Oh, yes. You were the delightful young lady doling out the samples in the tasting room of that cheese factory. Yum, yum.
No, 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 no.
No, I met
She
you at
wasn't-
Wickford Castle.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous. There was no cheese tasting room at Wickford Castle.
No, we were both guests there. I
Yeah,
found a
yeah,
journal
yeah.
written by Marie Antoinette, which you translated. Remember?
Thanks to you, suddenly all I can think about is how wonderful a nice big slab of Colby cheese would taste right now. Listen, Mandy, I'm on a deadline, so if you could please just tell me why you called.
But my name isn't...
Deadline! Let's cut to the chase, shall we? Chop, chop.
Yes, yes, it wasn't Secret of the Scarlet Hand. It was the... one of those cat... Is it maybe... I don't think it's Castle Malloy. But... it was that castle one where we were stuck in the castle and had to... I think we were snowed in or something.
Did a man from New Orleans named Bruno Bollet ever call you?
Ah, now there's a name you can remember. Bollet. Nice and French. I'm a scholar of French history, you know.
Yes, I know. So did Bruno Bollet call you?
Indeed he did. Oui, oui.
Why did he call, if you don't mind my asking?
Because he had read my book, of course. The Crystal Skulls. Fact or fable, one of my best efforts. Sold like hotcakes, smothered in
Did he say anything about owning one of the skulls himself?
I would have hung up on him straight away if he had. I tell you, Brandy, if I had $1 for every crackpot who's called claiming to own one of those skulls, I'd be able to dine at the Russian tea room every evening for the rest of my life. All right, that's a bit of hyperbole, but you get the picture. No. If memory serves, we talked mostly about the skull called the Whisperer. He wanted to know if I had learned any more about it since my
I wonder
book
if
was
this is a real
published,
legend.
which I hadn't, or if I had any theory as to what happened to it, which I didn't.
And that was the extent of your conversation?
Well, now, let me think. My, such insatiable curiosity, Nellie. You remind me of someone I encountered on one of my journeys. But for the life of me, I cannot remember her name or the circumstances.
Nancy Drew? Wickford Castle?
Ah! The eyes have it.
I'm sorry?
That's what Bruno Bollet said when I turned
The
the
eyes.
tables and asked him if he had any idea where the Whisperer was. He said, the eyes have it. Then he chuckled and hung up.
Ah, so like all these eyeballs that I'm collecting, except it's spelled different.
How much would a crystal skull like the Whisperer be worth?
In this crazy day and age, where the shorn hair and used tissues of celebrities get sold for thousands of dollars, there's absolutely no telling, Candy. $500,000 easily. Maybe even $1 million. Maybe 2. Maybe 10. The sky's the limit. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
If someone found a skull made of crystal, how could they be sure it's one of the crystal skulls?
Wonderful question, Francie.
Fran-
How
Francie?
indeed? Because there are
Francie.
sure to be thousands of fakes out there. Perhaps tens of thousands. But remember, the real skulls were made long before the tools commonly used for carving today were invented. Which means, let's put on our thinking caps.
Modern-day tools would have left marks if the skull was a fake?
Exactly so. Mind you, the marks on a good fake would be microscopic and thus imperceptible to the human eye. However, any thorough laboratory analysis would quickly unmask a counterfeit.
So the only way to prove that a skull is the real deal is by proving it's not a fake?
And by examining its provenance, its history of ownership. If it can be shown that a particular specimen has been passed along from antiquity into modern times and didn't just suddenly appear in, say, Germany in the mid-19th century, that would tend to support its authenticity as well.
Okay.
The idea that the Whisperer can make its owner immortal, do you believe that?
I believe that things that defy any so-called rational explanations happen all the time, Nessie. Now, does that
Nessie.
mean there are mysterious
Like
external forces at
Renesmee?
work in the universe of which we do not and cannot ever have full knowledge? Or does it all boil down to us? If the human heart desperately wants something to be true, does the human mind have the power to make it true? Who knows? Oh, questions, questions, questions. Oh, how dreary life would be without them.
In your book, you said
In your book, you said that all the people who've ever owned the Whisperer were murdered. Yet Bruno Bollet dropped dead of a heart attack.
Are you saying the Whisperer was in his possession after all?
I just couldn't look at
Scallywag!
that.
Why didn't he tell me that? Oh, that's right. I would have hung up on him. Well, if that's the case, then I strongly suggest you take a close look at his so-called heart attack, Sandy. Because if he owned the skull and he died, I guarantee you it was at the hands of someone else. Or my name's not Beatrice Gertrude Winifred Hotchkiss.
Is it not?
I'd better go. Thank you.
Good luck to you, dear.
And now I gotta call the doctor.
This is Dr. Gilbert Buford's answering service. How may I help you?
I need to talk to Dr. Buford. Could you maybe give me a number where I can reach him?
No, ma'am, I cannot. Is this an emergency?
Sort of. I mean, it's not a medical emergency. See, I'm only going to be in town for a short time, and Dr. Buford and I have this mutual friend who died recently, and I just really need to talk to him about it.
Need some consoling, huh?
Yes, I need some consoling. That's it exactly.
Well, tell you what. It's against the rules
I feel like
to
that'd
give
be
you his
illegal.
phone number, but I can tell you that now that he's all but retired, Dr. Buford spends most of his evenings at his favorite gumbo stand down in the French Quarter. If you really need to talk to him, you can probably find him there.
Great. Do you know the address?
It's at the corner of Rampart and Domain.
Did you say Rampart and Domain?
I did indeed. Granny Pumpkin's Cajun Cooking. They make some darn fine gumbo.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, and I'm truly sorry about your loss.
My
That
loss?
would be.
That mutual friend of yours and Dr. Buford's?
Oh, right. Thank you. That's very kind of you.
That doesn't seem sketchy
Bye.
at all. I also think that would be illegal to give out like the doctor's locations and stuff. And you can't give out like personal information about patients either. That's also illegal.
Hello?
Hi, Bess. It's me.
So what's been happening? Tell me everything.
Well, let's see. Since the last time we talked, I was just about...
All right. Gotta go to Bess. Get her to talk to what's his face. That's probably
Interesting
him.
stuff.
But the reason I called is, I need you to talk to this doctor named Gilbert Buford, who, as it turns out, likes to hang out at a gumbo stand called Granny Pumpkin's Cajun Cookin', which should be right across from our hotel.
You just want me to talk to him? That's it? Nothing nefarious? No black ops stuff?
He was Bruno Bolet's doctor, and apparently his best friend, too. I just need for you to see if he thinks there was
Isn't that
anything
convenient?
weird about the way Bruno died.
What do you mean by weird?
I mean, I kind of think maybe Bruno was murdered.
Murdered? By whom?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Everyone's a suspect at this point.
Including this Gilbert Buford guy?
Well,
Great, I'm gonna be chatting up Jack the Ripper.
oh, I'm sure the guy's fine, but be subtle, just in case.
Well, I can see the gumbo stand from our balcony. If he's the guy that's sitting down there, I guess he looks harmless. Okay, I'll go talk to him.
What if it wasn't
Thanks,
him?
Bess. Let me know what happens.
Cheerio.
What if this is just some
Why,
random
hello,
guy?
young lady. How kind of you to grace an old man with your lovely presence.
Are you Dr. Gilbert Buford?
I'm delighted to report that I am indeed.
Do you mind if I join you?
Of course not. A little lively discourse would brighten this gloomy evening
But
considerably.
But that was a
This
fish
here is
on
my
the end of
favorite
that. It's
spot
definitely
in the
not a
whole
fish.
city. Delicious gumbo, pleasing view, particularly now, I might add.
My name's Bess Marvin. I'd like to ask you some questions about Bruno Bolet, if that's okay?
I'd prefer subject matter of a happier nature, but I do not want to seem inhospitable, so what is it you want to know?
Is it true that Dr. Bolet was your best friend?
Well, now, I was certainly his best friend, but I cannot honestly say that he was mine. Fact is, while socializing with my fellow man, particularly with pretty young women such as yourself, has always been a source of pleasure for me, Bruno was just the opposite.
I don't like his subtle
Unfortunately,
creeping.
The older he got, the more numerous his idiosyncrasies became.
Makes me a little
and the less
uncomfortable, but
concerned
it's
about
okay.
their negative effect upon others he became.
His idiosyncrasies didn't bother you?
Now, as a doctor of medicine, I am not only accustomed to dealing with the abnormal, but I find that I'm actually drawn to it. I, for one, thoroughly enjoyed Bruno's outlandish personality. Although, at the same time, I fear it may have played a role in his demise. You see, he died of a myocardial infarction, most likely caused by age-related atherosclerosis. Dying of a heart attack is all too common for people who are socially
always, if he was like
isolated,
90
and
something
Bruno
though.
Bolet had most certainly become that.
Did they do an autopsy on Dr. Bolet?
No. Given Bruno's advanced age and the absence of any indication of foul play, an autopsy was deemed unnecessary, and the body was cremated according to Bruno's wishes.
Did Dr.
Yeah,
Bolet
I mean, he
ever
was
say
pretty
anything
old.
to you about owning a crystal skull?
Why, yes. Yes, he did. In fact, he showed it to me once. Said it had magical powers. Said owning it was going to allow him to live forever. I thought it was utter nonsense and told him so. Well, he didn't appreciate that at all. Refused to talk to me for a full 2 weeks.
Do you have any idea where he kept it?
I want to know
No,
what Bruno looked like.
He was terrified that someone would steal it from him, so he told no one its location. Not even me. Tell me, Miss Bess, what do you know about that crystal skull?
This friend of mine, who is also a friend of Henry Bolet, you know, Dr. Bolet's great-nephew. Anyway, while she was visiting Henry, she saw this book in Bruno's library about the legendary crystal skulls and was kind of intrigued and thought that since Henry said that you were pretty much Bruno's only friend, maybe Bruno had said something to you about it, and as it turns out, he had. That's all I know.
I see. Well, much as I'd like to believe that skull holds the key to immortality, I'm afraid Bruno's passing proves it's worthless. Although it would make an attractive paperweight, as I recall. Tell your friend not to give it another thought.
Where is Dr. Bolet when he had his
Where was Dr. Bolet when he had
MI?
his MI?
In the foyer of his house,
Myocardial
just inside
infarction?
the
Just
front
say heart
door.
attack.
In fact, I hadn't seen him for a while, so I picked that day to pay him a visit. I walked up to the front door, found it unlocked as usual, opened it, and there he was, lying on the floor in obvious distress. The next thing I know, his housekeeper came running in and started shrieking and carrying on.
What if
until
she did
finally
it?
I sent her out of the room so she could summon an ambulance, and I could once again hear myself think. Well, let's see. Then I knelt down and saw that he wasn't breathing. So I pulled him away from the doorway so I'd have more room to work on him and began chest compressions. I continued until the medics arrived, but nothing they did made a difference either.
That would be hard for someone at his age. That takes a lot out of you.
Was Dr. Bolet unconscious the whole time?
Yes, he was.
Can you remember anything that might indicate what he was doing by the front door? I mean, had he just come in from a walk? Was he wearing a hat? Was he holding anything? Had he dropped something? An umbrella? Sunglasses?
Wait a minute. Why, yes, he was holding something. A piece of paper. And on the floor next to him was an envelope. He must have collapsed while reading a letter.
Oof.
Do you know what happened to it?
Now, I know the letter was no longer in Bruno's hand when the paramedics arrived, so perhaps he released the letter when I moved him. And yet, I do not recall seeing it on the floor when they wheeled him out the door. Iggy.
What's icky?
Iggy.
She
Iggy
thought it was
is an
icky
iguana
too.
Bruno befriended, then turned loose in his home. It soon developed the annoying habit of stealing paper and stockpiling it in the vent system.
By the vents.
Are you saying an iguana made off with the letter Bruno had been reading?
It would not have been the first time a missing document ended up in Iggy's possession. Renee would periodically call me saying the lizard had absconded with one of Bruno's prescriptions and would I please write her up a replacement. In any case, Bruno once told me he was training Iggy. Said he taught Iggy to retrieve the things it had stolen.
Do you think it's possible that Renee caused Dr. Bolet's death by, say, hoarding the pills from those missing prescriptions and giving them to him all at once?
No. Had he died of an overdose of the medications I had prescribed, the manner of his death would have been quite different. But he died of a heart attack. Of that I am certain. However, I know for a fact that Renee is deeply involved in the practice of hoodoo. And as Bruno's housekeeper, she had ample opportunity to use it against my poor old friend.
You mean hoodoo really works?
Hoodoo really works?
Voodoo?
Young lady, never, ever underestimate the power of suggestion. If a person believes in something, even on a subconscious level, fantasy can easily become fact. And who knows what rubbish Renee filled Bruno's mind with? Drink this, don't eat that. This brings good luck, that brings bad, day in and day out. Even if he said he didn't believe a word of it, who knows how much his subconscious was absorbing? He was very old and vulnerable. So could Renee have caused Bruno to have that fatal heart attack? There's not a doubt in my mind she could indeed.
I'll let you get back to your gumbo.
I've enjoyed our conversation immensely.
That's good. Can eat more gumbo.
Hey, what'll it be? Eat up.
Those eggs. I left 2.
Hot, but yummy.
Me too. No, I'm just kidding.
A bowl of gumbo, please.
Dive in.
I gotta eat all of it.
Talk about spicy.
There you go.
All right.
Did that. Haven't done that yet.
Talk to him more. He's a little lonely. So do I need to go back and talk
Yes,
to him?
ma'am.
Guess I'll be running along.
It's been a pleasure, I assure you.
Haven't done that yet.
Guess we'll call Nancy. Back over to the house.
Hello?
Hi, Nance. Okay, here's what's been happening at my end.
And that's pretty much it.
Good work. I'll take it from here. Thanks again.
Good luck.
I
Bye.
like to think Nancy literally just stood here the entire time until the Bess called her back. Can I put an eyeball in there? I bet one pops up.
Yes?
I'm going to keep looking around.
Awesome.
How do I get Iggy?
Hello again.
Did Dr. Bolet ever say anything to you about a crystal skull? He may have referred to it as the Whisperer.
No, he never so much as mentioned a crystal skull, whispering or otherwise.
Were you in the house when Dr. Bolet passed away?
I was indeed. I was in the library cleaning when all of a sudden I heard a big thump. I hurried out to investigate, and sure enough, there was Dr. Bolet lying by the front door. And as I rushed over to him, the door opened and in walked Gilbert Buford. He took one look at Dr. Bolet and hollered at me to call 911. So I ran back into the library and did just that. When I came back out, Gilbert was leaning over Dr. Bolet, listening for breathing, I suppose. And then he started pushing up and down on his chest. But it was too late. Even I could tell that Dr. Bolet was gone.
How was it that Gilbert was able to just walk right in like that?
As you yourself discovered, people around here seldom lock their front doors during the day. But you know, in the back of my mind, I have always wondered about Gilbert Buford showing up at the door at that exact moment.
I understand that Dr. Bolet had some interesting pets, like an iguana.
That man never met a creature he didn't like. He'd train them to do all kinds of silly tricks, then let them run free, inside the house as well as out.
Nope.
Do you know how he went about training them?
I surely do not. Don't get me wrong. I liked Dr. Bolet, I truly did. But I swear, sometimes his activities made as much sense to me as bathing in a bayou full of gators.
Nice talking to you.
Thanks for coming by.
Bathing in a bayou full of gators. I need to find some chalk. Is the iguana still up here? Oh, wait. Can I take some of that? Yeah. Now I've got chalk. I can go. I gotta go all the way to the out here. Okay. So that was this one, I believe. So it's coffin. And then this one is bones. This one is... Oh. Bird. And... worm. Alright. Now let's head back. Get that put in. Maybe we can get us a key. That's not where I wanted to go. No, no, no. Okay, so maybe it doesn't matter what order it was in. It has to do with the pattern on the side. So the worm is this pattern. Coffin was the little flowers. Coffin, okay. Bones. Just this one. Which means this one would be the bird. A key! Is it to the crypt? Do I get to go in there? Aww. Poor guy. Aww. I feel bad for him. He acts tough, but that was like his only dad.
This must be the painting that goes in that empty frame.
Well, I guess that was his real dad there. So his parents must be in here. Marianne. Claude. Is that his parents? Fifi. Marcel. That's the only ones I could see. And all these weird mushrooms. How am I supposed to know? Wait. There's lots of colors here. This has colors. Okay, how? It goes purple or blue purple. Blue purple. Is that purple then blue? Blue, purple, yellow. Right? Blue, purple, yellow, white, yellow. It's so fast. Blue, purple, white, yellow. Is that like a red before the... Red. How many of these are there? There's 9. How am I supposed to get... It was like a light blue... So we, okay. So we have like... The difference. So we have like a turquoise, a purple, a brown? Like a blackish brown? And like a red or a maroon. We have yellow, green, blue, brown, and then also like a whitish? It's like a dark purpley red. Okay, so I wonder... It's definitely... Okay, is that turquoise and then blue, or blue then turquoise? Turquoise, blue, white, yellow, brown. I wonder if I took a video of it and then like slowed it down. I wonder. Let me try that. Okay. Starts out. It goes like... I think it goes turquoise, purple. There's purple at the end. I think it might be this blue instead. Like maybe the red? White? Yellow? Yellow, then it goes like a red. Maybe that has nothing to do with this. Really good look around
Check.
the room, figure out what's those fake books, explore every inch of the garden.
I haven't done that.
Find a combination of the lock that's in the crypt.
All done.
The significance of that tracing.
Check.
Did that.
Did that.
Symbols on the wall. Deals with the card I found.
Can't check that off yet.
Call Bruno Blaze
Check.
Doctor.
All done. Can't check that off yet. Did that. Did that.
Okay. That's all. Okay, so it's not giving me anything. But they are holding a bunch of stuff, so maybe I have no idea.
Yes?
I'll check back with you later.
Groovy.
Hello again.
Nice talking to you.
Fare thee well.
Can I do anything else up in these rooms? There's really nothing else to do. There's something there. Ah.
Yum. Mm. Yum.
Yummy.
Uh-oh.
Did I just have like a chocolate?
If I eat any more of these, I'm gonna be real sorry.
Did I just start seeing things? The heck just happened? Ugh, it keeps crashing out. Is there anything else in here? No? Does that have anything to do with this? This? No? I don't think so. Can't really do anything else in here. Wonder if I call... So I feel like the only thing I can really do... Find the letter. I gotta find that. Figure out some of those fake books in the library. Explore very inch of
Still
the
have
card.
to do that. Can't check that off yet.
Symbols.
I haven't done that.
Kind of deals with the card I found. Find the letter. Bruno's he had a heart attack. Is it on the floor somewhere? feel like I need... Is there something in here that will show me? I feel like this has the colors, but I don't feel like there's enough colors. My little doggy's out there banging on the door. I don't know how she got up here. 'Cause maybe it starts because I took a video of it and I'm trying. There just doesn't seem like there's enough colors. Maybe it starts out as like white. Maybe this is white. White and then it goes white, teal, purple, and then almost like the red and yellow. And then it ends with like... No, I think it went red, yellow. And then it kind of ends in like this blue. I don't know. And I need my little doggy to stop scratching on the door. I don't... Wait. Does that have to do with it? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. So let's see. TBFM. LH. AP. Is that an N? Maybe it has nothing to do with the colors. So they're like holding stuff. Like L. Lollipop. Monkey? Wait, maybe... T. What would be a T though? Toothbrush? Banana. Hat. Monk. No. TBFM. F. F for fan. And then monkey. And then L would be lollipop. H would be... Oh, this is supposed to be monkey. Hat. Axe. Puppy. Umbrella? Hey! Hey, we got it. I can delete the video of that. Of the fountain, because it had nothing to do with the fountain, and that's why none of the colors. Oh, yeah.
Come on, Summer. Give me a break here. You never said anything about that. Well, how was I supposed to know? I mean, what am I, telepathic? No, come on. Don't get upset.
Is that his little girlfriend?
Look, I'll see what I can do, okay? What do you mean, something else? You gotta be kidding me, Summer. I don't have that kind of money. No, I meant I don't have it now, but I will soon. Okay?
Ugh. Oh, it keeps glitching.
Bye. Oh, man.
His little girlfriend? Okay. I don't know what that wants me to see. But I can sure see it. So I guess Eye of the Beholder? So maybe I need to look at that book? Okay, so this must be the answer to the spider puzzle, which will get me in this door. And I'm just going to take a picture of it instead of drawing it out. Man, that spider must have been there for a long time and must be a trained spider because that spider dies. Then nothing's protecting this key. Let's see. Alright, so 1 is this one. 2, 3, 4, 1 is this one. 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 is this one. 7. 7. Oh, it pushes it up, so the spider doesn't matter. Okay, let's go back in there. So I have to rearrange that every time. Oh my gosh, yes I am. Toothbrush, banana, no, it's rearranged. Oh, is it this one? Oh, gosh, he looks scary there. Oh, wow! And it crashed. A secret room. Skee ball room. Chicken. Okay, so I bet the chicken ones give me eggs. Okay. So it's gonna... No! Chicken. It's gonna get that same one. I don't want eye. Chicken. Its mouth. Chicken. Okay. Easiest ones. So then, if I go this way, so then if I do this way, it should get me, that doesn't make any sense. So then what if I just do... That made no sense either. No! Okay, so this middle row is what's going to be harder. Okay, so that's going to get... Okay. That's going to get my back row. Okay, I'm worried about the middle row here first, because that's going to be the hardest. Oh my gosh. Beans! Cut it out! I'll get those later. I just need all chickens. Chicken. Okay, so then maybe... Okay. So if I go... That's too much pressure. So a little less. Okay, so even less. Nope. It's gonna get... Gosh dang it. Okay. Perfect. Okay. I've got the middle row. And then if I go very small this way, gosh dang it. Okay, let me get the back row first. Please don't hit the middle row. Oh gosh, I was so scared. Okay. That works, I guess. Okay, 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 okay. No! Okay, that one's fine though. I can get down pretty easily. Don't know why that one happened, and that makes me really angry, actually. Okay, so then how do I get that back row one? Because it's... Okay, then how do I get the back row one? There. Okay, back row's done. Middle row is going to be a little bit harder to get that second chicken. Ah! I might give up on this in a minute and just... It's that back middle. Okay. I guess so. I guess. You know what? You know what? I think I'll do that later. That sounds like a later job.
This must be where I'm supposed to put all the glass eyes I've found. Let's see how we're doing.
Ah, I have a lot more to go. Those aren't terrifying at all. Ooh, another eyeball. Oh. She's just gonna eat it. You're gonna get sick like you did with the chocolate? Eating all these nasty old gumballs? I'm just seeing if she'll get sick like she did with the chocolate. I'm writing him down. Ew. It's an eyeball, so I guess I get an eyeball out of the spider. Do I have any coins or anything? No, but I got a guava. A loop, whatever it was. Short stories for tired eyes, dedicated to Spurs Table of Contents. Time will tell. A librarian's tale. The history of Quincy T. Booker's teeth. Step in the right direction. Key to history. I'm pretty sure it's... I feel like it'd be the teeth story. Filled upper right, second molar. Extracted upper right incisor. So I'm gonna need all of those. This will tell you to remove the orb from its nook. So I'm probably gonna need to write all of those down eventually for that thing downstairs. Let's say Jolly Roger, New Orleans hereby invites Dr. Bruno Sinclair Belay to join his hallowed ranks. Speak of this to say the man who is champion and you will, should you accept this invitation, serve your sponsor during the invitation process, Dr. Gilbert Buford. Welcome. Oh. Bruno, as usual, a good time was had by all. Your friend and fellow Jolly Roger Gilbert. That's not creepy. Shiver Parlor House? Death? Is that his death day? Like he... Our chateau? Iridescent Pearl West Bank?
May 31st. That's today.
Scuttled Bones, Rampart, and Dumaine. Maybe that's where the... Davy Jones, Beverly Knoll. Maybe that's where the... like, meetings were? Kraken Parlor House? Black Spot, Rampart, and Dumaine. I've asked you, Beverly Knoll. I need that eyeball.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that shows the baby teeth. Okay, I'll do something with that later. I don't think I want to go through all of that right now. That critter had a guava thingy in his picture, so I wonder if I give him a guava. Ew!
Here, Iggy, Iggy, Iggy. Iggy, come here, Iggy. Got something for ya.
What a... It's not a guava. I don't know what it is. I can put little outfits on him. Give him a little bag. A little tie. I wonder if it's that outfit I saw in the picture.
Here, Iggy, Iggy, Iggy.
I'm gonna have to give him another thing. Ew. That's that stuff that I found on the walls. Ba, za, lu, pa, di, mu, ka.
Pa, za, lu, pa, di, mu, pa.
Ew. The last Indian buried on my guard will start you a hunting through the graveyard. What's written on the headstone will another, and so on and so forth till tiny treasures you discover. Ew. I hated that. I'll need to do the skee ball too for stuff. Another eyeball. He had so many eyeballs in his little room up here. How many do we have now? A lot. Okay, but I do think that that is probably a good stopping point for today. Let's go ahead and save it. We're going to call it Chloe is awesome. That works for me. Chloe's awesome. And I think we're going to call it that for today. I think we made it pretty far. We found the secret room and also met some new people. Made that one guy sneeze a lot. Found a bunch of eyeballs. So, like, what more can you ask for? You gotta play Nancy Drew, you gotta find a lot of eyeballs, I guess. I don't know. That's a weird thing to have to find. But it's fine. Next time, we will figure out what the teeth stuff is. I'm pretty sure the books downstairs with all the teeth on it have to do with the teeth picture and then that teeth story in the book. So I think next time we'll get into that a little bit more. I think that'll be fun. I just think that'd take way too much time for tonight. And then maybe figure out what outfit to put on the iguana. Iggy, not Icky. And we'll go from there. So thanks for hanging out. If you had a good time, make sure to follow so you can catch the rest of it next time we play. If you want to see any more Nancy Drew, it's all over on my YouTube page. But thanks for hanging out, and I will see you next time. Make sure to stay awesome. Bye!